I was 13, in the shower, experimenting with a shower head. It felt great, and I had no idea why. I never told, I never asked. Was I ashamed? I don't really remember, but I remember the feeling it gave me. It was wonderful, and it was mine alone. I'm here today to talk about the unknown greatness of the clitoris. This organ is the only one in the human body that exists just for pleasure. You probably think of it as a tiny knob, but this particular knob is just the tip of an iceberg. And what an iceberg! We're talking about the iceberg of pleasure, sexual maturity, and self-respect. The misunderstanding is rooted in a long history, as the name clitoris derives from ancient Greek, meaning small hill. It was in 1998, only 20 years ago, the Australian urologist Helen O'Connell's research gave us the whole picture that will help us to become better lovers with better health. But first, some clito facts. Clitoris is almost the size of a penis, just inside the female body. Under the skin, the clitoris has a big body with 2 arms that stretches down and surrounds the vagina. Each of these arms are 7 to 15 centimeters long. Clitoris consists of an erectile tissue that is similar to the sponge body of the penis. And followed by sexual arousal, it will be filled with blood. The head, anatomically called the glans, varies from 1/2 to 2.5 centimeters. And it is covered with a foreskin, just like the head of the penis. Thank you. And just like the penis, that come in different sizes, varieties, and shapes, so does the clitoris. It can be big or small or somewhere in between. A penis is an organ we know a lot about, and everyone knows it's sensitive. A penis has 4,000 nerve endings. But clitoris actually has up to 8,000, twice as much. And this makes it the most erogenous zone of the human body. The anatomical function of clitoris is to provide sexual excitement, and it is important for a woman's orgasm. And the good news is that it can be stimulated from many directions. External, direct, vaginal, anal, combinations of these. And this gives long, short, or series of orgasms. There is so much more to the clitoris than most people know. And believe me, you're not alone not knowing. During the last 6 months, I have shown this plastic model of a clitoris to hundreds of people of all ages and backgrounds. Hardly anyone can tell what it is, including medical personnel. There are no pictures of the whole clitoris in any books or web pages. Children don't learn about it in school. And teachers, nurses, and doctors do not learn about this organ during their studies. And the more I study, and the more people I talk to, I understand that there's a major lack of knowledge and research about female sexuality. The information is fragmented, and there are few or no real authorities on the subject yet. Back in the 18th century, people believed that the woman needed to have an orgasm to become pregnant. It was also believed that the man and the woman needed to have a simultaneous orgasm for the woman to become pregnant. We can only imagine their focus on the clitoris back then. But the bad guy in this story is Sigmund Freud, the father of the psychoanalysis. According to Dr. Freud, real female orgasms was achieved through vaginal penetration. If the woman was not able to get an orgasm through penetration, she was mentally ill and in need of treatment. Playing with clitoris was for girls, not for a grown woman. Today, we know better. An interesting American study from 2017, including 52,000 participants, tells that there's a considerable gap between lesbian and straight women when it comes to orgasms. 65% of heterosexual women usually or always orgasm when they're sexual intimate. For lesbians, the number is 86%. Why is that? What is their secret? Women that orgasms more frequently recommend more oral sex, longer lasting sex, asking for what they want in bed, talk to each other, and also try new sexual positions. Women were more likely to orgasm if their last sexual encounter included deep kissing, manual genital stimulation of the clitoris, and also oral sex in addition to vaginal intercourse. But why should we all get to know the clitoris? Because we care about the health of our daughters, sisters, and girlfriends. We know that good and mature sexual health is a roadmap to good mental and physical health, not to mention all the joy and pleasure it brings. Studies show that regular orgasms strengthens the immune system. It makes you look younger. It is good for the heart and for your sleep, and it reduces the feeling of stress. I guess you all want some of that. So my message to you today is to get a closer relationship to the clitoris. Be curious, go out there and spread the word, and get yourself a good shower head. Thank you.